Okay, so once again we are in for our items 0, 1 and 1, right? So we are trying to proceed with our items, and this specifically coming from set theory. But please, when it comes to set theory, it's not all about whether you've ever watched a video on set theory. Always must be there to at least watch and see what the logic part brings. Of course, you all know how technical set scenarios are. Alright, good. So with that, we want to see in this, it has a very good scenario. In fact, it has a very good logic part. In fact, a learning point for everyone. And I hope you will. Okay, not mean the same if I told you come across or you go through this okay, logic part. So if you go through this logic part, you will not remain the same. Okay, please, we kindly request you to share the video to whoever may find it important. Then also we also advise you to, or we also humbly request you to, okay, subscribe to the channel. Then also that just remind you that we are in for item 11, but just know in the playlist we have right there from item 001 up to where we are. Our dream, just like we stated it before, we want to at least have 1,000 items in each and every subject, but that will happen in the long run. It's not just a one-day work. And with that, let's proceed. Alright, good. So we have our scenario already. We have our scenario. Let's go through it and we see the way forward. Okay, good. So the saying, let's go through it. It is coming from set theory, and I said when it comes to set theory, it's not just that you ever watched one item about set theory. You must watch very many, because every item or every video comes with a new stuff as far as logic parts are concerned in set theory. So to start with, they're saying a non-governmental organization aims to teach French, German and English to lower primary school children in its community schools. The organization intends to offer language instruction in French, German and English to students in their schools. They plan to offer permanent positions to candidates who can teach all the three languages, while those who can teach one or two languages will be hired on contract basis. To fill these positions, they are soliciting applications from qualified teachers. Out of the applications received, 29, I think let's start from here. Okay, out of the application received, 29 candidates can teach French. 29 candidates can teach French, with 7 able to teach French only, that is number of French only, and 22 able to teach Germany, with 9 able to teach Germany only, and 18 able to teach Germany, and 18, by the way, this is the logic part, and 18 able to teach Germany. Let me get some different ink here. This is our logic part, please. So the saying, with 18 able, this is our logic part, 18 able to teach Germany plus 1 or both of the other languages, plus 1 or both of the other languages. 30 candidates can teach English, with 11 able to teach English only, and 19 able to teach English plus 1 or both of the other languages. Okay, I think let's proceed. Alright, good. Now up here the thing. So the saying, the organization will only consider candidates who are proficient in at least 2 languages for oral interviews. Your friend has been tasked with identifying the eligible candidates and needs your assistance in analyzing the data to determine the number of candidates who meet the criteria. Part A, apply your mathematical expertise to help your friend know the number of candidates eligible for an oral interview. Part B, the organization has a program for teachers who can teach all 3 languages, that is French, German and English. They will be rotated among schools and paid more. What is the likelihood? Now likelihood means a probability. What is the likelihood of a random applicant being in this program? Alright, good. Now with this, let's go and summarize slowly. So what you're going to begin with is, we're going to begin with this. The rest of this. So we're going to begin off with this. We shall call now letter F will mean French. So we start off. 29 candidates can teach French, meaning that in our summary shall say number in French, they are 29. Okay, now, alright, now they're saying 7 able to teach French only. So number in, allow me just write like this. But please, we have in the playlist, you go and watch a video about set theory. We have it in the playlist, a full topic of set theory, so that you get to know some of this set language here. So F only is equal to 7. Alright, now have 22 able to teach French plus German or both. Now what we do, let's go and have this summary here as far as our question is concerned. Okay, let's go and have, by the way, before you do anything, when it comes to item 3 and item 4 numbers, you must, all section B part 1, in fact the whole of section B, every number you do must always have a title. Let's say for example, you can frame a title and say, okay, as a Venn diagram showing the data, you can just use that language, a Venn diagram showing the data, or you can specify and say now, say for example, a Venn diagram showing different languages taught in a certain primary school. So you must always now give us a title. So a Venn diagram showing different languages taught in a certain school. Now with that, we all have 3 languages, French, Germany, and English. Let's begin by letting different letters to be represented. Different words, different languages be represented by some letters. We start with, alright. Okay, let's start with, so that's part A. We are answering part A. Let's begin by drawing our Venn diagram first of all, so that whatever we get, we substitute. Whatever we get, we substitute. Whatever we get, we substitute in there. So we're getting our Venn diagram drawn first of all, so that whatever you get, you can easily and simply put it inside the Venn diagram. This is that we are doing this so we can save time and to make sure that our video is not too long. Alright, good. And now with that, let's start off. So let's start off. So F will stand for French, G will stand for German, and E will stand for English. Okay, like that. Now in the question, we got to know that the number in F were 29. We summarize that. Now we put now you realize that what you summarize is what you put forward. What you summarize is what you put forward. So the number in French is 29, and now we have called it to be that over there. Okay, we have it right there. Next, let's go. Number in F only, we have it in the in the question. Number in F only, those who speak French only, there were 7, so that will appear around here from our SETI language. That will be our 7 right there. Next, number in those who speak Germany are 27. Please have it here. Those who speak Germany are 27. Have it here in the question. Maybe I just go back there. So have it that. If someone wants to see this. So I think that 27 candidates can teach. 27 candidates can teach Germany. That's why I have number in Germany is equal to number in G is equal to 27. Then with 9 able to teach Germany only. With 9 able to teach Germany only, let's go and see that. With 9 able to teach Germany only, let's go and see that. I'll remove this. Okay, so you put number in Germany right there. So please have it here. If you have it right here. So number in Germany, we have it right here, just there. Okay, now number in Germany only will give us a 9, and it will appear around here. It will appear in this part and have our 9 there. Okay, great. Let's proceed. So those who speak English are 30. Number in English are 30. Let's go back there and confirm if that is true anyway. So now I have it that from here in the question, summarizing slowly. In the question, so you're having this. All right, 30 candidates can teach English. So number in English is 30. Number in English is 30. Then with 11 able to speak English only. Number in English only is 11. Let's go up there still. Okay, so we shall have. All right, good. So we shall have. Now our number in English, we have put it forward also. We have it this as that. Okay, so number in English only was 11. So we put it forward, we have our 11 there. Okay, so we have successfully filled in here, and right there. Okay, good. Now let's go on. Now somewhere in this question, there is this language they are bringing, and which I want us to make a follow-up. So realize that what you have here is, I'll use this ink. So they're saying that 22 able to teach, look at this, 22 able to teach French plus one or both of the other languages. This part here is very, very, very crucial, that underlined part. 22 able to teach French plus one or both of the other languages. Then also we have another part of that kind, 18 able to teach German plus one or both of the other languages. I see that this word is being repeated. This, they give us a language, then they repeat that statement. Then also we have this, they're saying that 19 able to teach English plus one or both of the other languages. Now you must take note of this kind of set language, how they write this. It is also examinable, and we're going to break it down further. Now let's kind of summarize all at once, then we get to know what they really mean. Let's go back there. Okay, good. So let's have all the statements here so we can define them. Now I want to have this explained maybe to some people. Maybe let me just have all of them at once here. Okay, we have 22 able to teach French plus one or both of the other languages, 18 able to teach German plus one or both of the other languages. Then lastly we have 19 able to teach English plus one or both of the other languages. Okay, good. Now I'm going to define and explain one part and what it really means. So for example, this means that 22 are able to teach English. Now the meaning of this statement, I'll put it forward here. That means that, okay, it means that the French, right from this word 22 are able to teach French. The French plus, the word plus means and, intersection. Okay, allow me to use a different ink here. Please, you must let's be keen about this, how we analyze this logic part here. So now I'll use a bracket. Okay, now plus means intersection. This word here, plus, means intersection. But they can use the word French and one of the, if they can use the word instead of the word plus, they can use the word and. It means intersection. Now then we have one or both. The word or means union. The word or means union. But which set are we having? We have FG. Now it means that if you have F here, it means that here we shall have our G. Shall have our G. Shall have our, okay, G union English. You give the other remaining three. So please, the meaning of this whole statement you're seeing here, this statement here, means what we have up there, like that. That's what that statement means in simple terms. But again, you must know something. Now, just like if that's what we have there, now this one will be more like, this one will be German intersection. Okay, German intersection. Okay, German intersection French union English. That's the what that this one means, because you have here German plus one of the other, so you just do that. So you have English, you start the journey, English intersection. Okay, the other the union of the other two, that will be French union German. Now just to break this down again, let's understand further. What does this mean? This means that you can get two things from here right away. Maybe I will come and do it from here. Maybe, okay. Now I want to define this. This means that at first you are going to take F and G. You add the word only. F and G, you add the word only. Then next, here we shall have F, again this F outside, and E only. Now what does it mean? It means that for f and g, I'm modifying this. For f and g, now since I've understood how that comes about, I think let me erase it off and we follow on. Let me erase off this so we can have enough space. Okay, now, since you have known that we have, for this first part, we have f intersection bracket, we have a g intersection e. And this means that, or this implies that, you combine two letters, then you add the word only. So now that you have f and g only, so you have f intersection g, then you add the word only. What shall we have there? The next, out of this, shall have this versus that, then you shall have f intersection e. But again, you must add the word only there. You must add the word only there. Is equal to what? Now you must first of all ask yourself, who is beginning off with the story here? Who is beginning off with the story? The one beginning the story is f, but f 22 able to teach French. So this 22 here goes with French. This 18 here goes with Germany. This 19 here goes with English. So now this implies that for f and g only will be equal to f is 22 minus, now f intersection g, g has what? G, or is g has 18. So minus 18, like that. That will give you f and g only. But where is f and g only? F and g only is here. So when you subtract this, the final answer you get will be a 4. So even here you shall have a 4 straight, like that. The next you have f and g, but f is beginning the story, but from here f goes with 22. So shall we again start with our 22 minus what we have in English. English is what? English is 18. So English is 18. So how much will you get there? 22 minus 18. What that give us? No, it's not 18. English is 19. Sorry. English is 19. Okay, good. So I think with this, let's proceed. So there we have gotten that. We have f intersection g. We have it there. Then I think, erase of this. Now let's come to this one here. Now remember, from what you have had, we had here 4. Sorry. We had here 4. We had here our what? Our 4. Like that. Now let's come to this. Let's come to this. Now here we have okay, so we had it that, remember originally from this we had it was f intersection, okay, g union e. Now I told you that from this we get f intersection g only, f intersection g only, and that will be the f, which is 22, minus what you have for Germany, which is 18 right here, 18. That gave us a 4. So f intersection g, where is it? You have f intersection g. It is this part I have there, 4. Then from this you'll pick this and that. That will be f intersection e. And that will give you a 22. Why? Because you have your f minus, what you have in for English, which is minus a 19. And the final result there we shall get is a 5. 22 minus 19 we shall get a 5. But then that works for f intersection g only. Where is f? It is here. Where is e? It is here. So f intersection e only will be just right here, and it will be a 5, like that. Now find that we have got this and we have gotten that. What is remaining is only this area. And how shall we get this area? Now let's get it from this. Realize that we have now this part here will give us the English intersection, okay, f intersection g, like that. But realize that the combination of e intersection f, we have finished it, which is same as f intersection e from right up here. So now what does it mean? It means that we are going to take intersection g, so it will be e intersection g, and this will give us now the e had what? E has 19 minus, what about g? G has what? G has 18. When you subtract there, what will you get? You get a 1. So you find that here we shall have a 1 straight away. So we have here a 4, we have here a 5, here we have a 1. What is remaining is this part. This part can simply call it what? X in simple terms. I hope that will make some sense. Let's proceed. Alright, good. Let's have that in writing. So now shall we say that number in F intersection G only, I explained 22 minus 18 to give us that. A 4 up there. Number in E intersection G only is equal to 19 minus 18 to give us a 1. Put that there. Number in F intersection G only will give us 22, and we put our 5, we minus 22 minus 19 will give us a 5, and have it right there. Please just explain this. This 4 is what we have there. This 1 is what we have there, right position. This 5 is what we have right there. Now, if that we don't have this part in the middle, shall let it to be X in the next part. So we say, let the number in F intersection G be X, then we put it forward. Okay, good. Since we have now the value of X, we can now go forward and find the value of X. How are we possibly going to do this? So realize that you can use one set and say that when you add whatever is inside here, the final result you get is a 27. You can use this set or any other set. Let's go with, you can go with, in fact, any. But as far as this is concerned, any gives you the correct answer. We shall take this one in our calculations here. Let's go and see how that comes about. Okay, good. Next part. So starting off, one the value of X. So finding the value of X, shall we say the next step. Number in F is equal to 29, meaning we add whatever is in the circles there. 7 plus 4 plus 5 plus X equals 29. Let's go next. I have 16 plus X gives us that. It means that when you add 7 plus 4, you have 11 plus 5 gives you 16. Plus again this X equals 29. So what the value of X? Alright, when subtract, we'll have our X will be equal to 13. And now that one answering our party A, which was saying part A. Let's go back there and see what were they saying or what they want. So they said, apply your mathematical expertise to help your family, for your friend, know the number of candidates eligible for an oral interview. Now remember, they said that for an oral interview, the organization will only consider candidates who are proficient in at least 2 languages for oral interviews. So at least 2 means 2, 3, and above. So those will qualify. They mean that 2, 3. 2 means only 2, then 3 means all the 3. So it means that we shall have answered this part successfully. Okay, let's conclude that. So that the organization will consider candidates who are proficient at least 2 languages. We're now trying to break down what the organization wants. What you had in the question, we are trying to bring it forward so we can understand. Alright, so now here, what these people are doing, they are considering what you call at least 2. Now, as far as sets are concerned, let me have this drawn here. As far as sets are concerned, please, when we talk about at least 2, this is what we take. I'll be putting ticks. When we talk about at least 2, we take this plus what is there, plus what is there, plus what is there. Whenever we talk about at least 2, that's what we take always. We add whatever is in those regions which are ticked. Okay, I think let's get back to work. Let's go there. So we shall need to complete up our Venn diagram since we have everything in place. So we are trying to redraw our Venn diagram and we have everything put in there. Okay. Let's get this room and feed in the values so that we can read off the at least they want. Let's see. Drawing a Venn diagram. Alright, great. So we have this one as number in F is equal to 29 as usual. Number in G is equal to 27 and number in E is equal to 30. So now what I want you to see is that as far as this Venn diagram is concerned, here, maybe trying to redraw it so we can see the replacements here. Remember our X was 13, so it means that our Venn diagram will appear like this, like that, like that. So what does it mean? This is our number in F. I'll not put the other values. This is our number in G. I'll put the other values. This is our number in E. I'll not put other values. So midway here I have 13. Then the rest you have just 5, have a 1, have a 4, have a 7, we have a 9, we have 11. Please, so let's just go and put that forward in our sets. So we have 7 there, had a 4 there, had a 13 there, had 11 there, 5, a 1, and finally what? A 9. Now, if they want at least 2, what are you going to consider? I told you that whenever you talk about at least 2 in sets, you must always consider this. We add what is here plus this plus that plus that. That is what we call at least 2. Alright, good. So those who will be interviewed orally are a 4 plus 5 plus 13 plus 1. And you see that they are the very values I've ticked. So those ones at least 2, they are 23 people, and these ones can qualify for to call the oral interviews. That has been successfully answered. Let's go to part B. What do they want? So part B, what do they want? So they're saying the organization has a program for teachers who can teach all 3 languages. Okay, they will be rotated among schools and paid more. What's the likelihood of a random applicant being in this program? So all the 3 languages, please, what you must know as far as Venn diagram is concerned, like if you have it here right there, all the 3 is this part I'm shading. That part I'm shading is what we have as all the 3. And remember that was our what? Our 13. So a probability is that 13 over the what they have asked for over the number in the universal. So here they are talking about all the 3. So you put number of all the 3 over the number in the what? In the universal. Alright. I think let's go back there. The word likelihood means probability, please. The word likelihood means probability. Let's go back there. Okay, let's conclude and say likelihood a teacher can teach all 3 languages means the probability, and this will give us alright, good. So let's I think proceed. So rather that here we shall have, so probability is equal to the number a teacher can teach all the 3 subjects over the number in the universal, and that will possibly give us the number in the universal is equal to, you add whatever is inside the circles. So you get the number in the universal, please, you simply come and add this. Number in the universal, simply come and add this, plus this, plus this, plus this, plus this, plus this, plus that. That gives us a number in the universal. And that is giving us a total of 50. So number in the universal is this one down. Now those who can teach all the 3 is that one we have in the middle there, which is the 13. Let's conclude that same. So the probability is 13 over 50. Now let's go and conclude. Maybe we always need a conclusion. So conclude, shall say. Okay, shall now say that the likelihood a teacher can teach all the 3 languages is a 13 over 50, and that marks the end of this item 0, 0, 1, 1, or item 11. Okay, please, at the end of this video you'll have another video which will pop up. Please make sure you tap in it and enjoy a lot more. Nice time.